Thank you, George Benson. He need to have a clean and sober friend somewhere. But what Jan said, they wasn't doing no drugs. When Marvin Pooh got with George Benson, they wasn't doing no drugs. They was reading the Bible. Good job. Already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a member of our Patreon book club, please remember to hit the link below. And for a $5 monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Now, let's talk about Jan Gaye's After the Dance, My Life with Marvin Pooh, part 13. So anyway, where did we leave off? We left off where Marvin Pooh is telling Jan, I don't like you no more. Jan says, I'm confused. Marvin Pooh is like, don't worry about it. Because Marvin Pooh is like, I'm tired of telling this bitch or trying to explain to this bitch why I don't like her no more. Marvin Pooh wakes up and says, let's go to the beach. Everybody, all of us, me, you, the kids, let's go to the nude beach. Now, Jan is having reservations because she's like, wait a minute, you want me to go to a nude beach and you didn't talk about my body so bad, like I'm bad built or built bad? They get there, the kids is frolicking butt naked, you know, it's lovely women everywhere, you know, Marvin Pooh showing all his taco meat. And Jan is sitting there fully covered, okay, except for her legs, because she is insecure about her body. She say, while they're there at the new beach, she say, Taco Meat Marvin is still working on her insecurities and her self-esteem. Shh. Couldn't no man with taco meat all over his chest make me feel a certain way about me? Shh. See, you would know that, G-Ann, if you didn't stick up his ass 24/7. If you got out, if you got up, got out, and get something and get more energy from somebody other than Marvin, then you would know better, girl. You would know better because you only listening to this motherfucker, okay? All you know is what he tell you. Child, you need to be around somebody else. But anyway, child, we'll get to it. She eventually going to get to somebody else, but hold tight. Jan say that she wasn't even 22 years old yet, and Marvin Gaye has made her feel like her whole body is ruined. At 22? Over some scratch marks? Marvin Pooh told her, your breasts sag, your freckles are too pronounced now, your nose is disproportionate to your face, and I just don't like you no more. Child, she's sitting there taking all that shit. But my question to Jan is, why you ain't chop him down? The first thing you do with a man is always talk about his pickle, okay? That's the first thing you do. I'd be like, I know you ain't talking with that booger sugar dick. You know what that booger sugar be doing to them pickles, okay? You know what they be doing. Why you think half the time, you know, he had Jan over there by herself over there, okay, with whatever it is was going on? It was because he got that booger sugar dick. Oh, I would have reminded him. If I was over there with Jan doing all the shenanigans going on and he over there looking, I'd be like, Marvin, do you got the booger sugar dick today? Child, I would torture his ass. Just to take you a little back so you can remember where you are. They're still in Maui, okay, / Hawaii. You know, I don't know anything about them islands. But anyway, they're in Maui. Remember, Marvin Pooh had to do a show in Japan. Marvin Pooh didn't want to take that 12-hour ride on the plane. Marvin Pooh and Jan agreed that they would stop off in Hawaii and then travel to Japan. So they're there in Hawaii enjoying themselves as a family. What eventually happened was Frankie Gaye, Zoila Gaye, and Mama Gaye, Alberta Gaye, you know, ended up coming to Maui to join them. So while they're there, Marvin Pooh met up with some of his celebrity friends who were locals on the island. One of them was the guy who created Famous Amos cookies. His name was Wally Amos. And in fact, I think Jan said that Marvin Gaye was one of the initial investors with Famous Amos Cookies. He also met up with George Benson. Oh, y'all, listen to me. I don't play no games when it comes to George Benson. He ain't the most attractive man in the world. He ain't nobody to get me hot and bothered. But that tweedly-dee-doo-doo, tweedly-dee-dee-doo, scattered my tat-tat, bop, bop, bop. That shit do something to me. What she also said about George Benson, thank you, George Benson. He need to have a clean and sober friend somewhere. But what Jan said, they wasn't doing no drugs. When Mari Pooh got with George Benson, they wasn't doing no drugs. They was reading the Bible. Good job. So anyway, they in a car ride home. Okay, we got Marvin Pooh in the driver's seat, Jan in the passenger seat, and the kids in the back. Jan, girl, the worst thing you could do is guilt. Man, they hate that shit. Them niggas don't like facing their demons, okay? That's what you don't do, is make a nigga, especially old dirty dick nigga, like Marvin Pooh face his own demons, child. They don't want that. They don't want you to impose guilt on them, child. Bang. But anyway, Jan says to Marvin Pooh, I thought we was going to have a long time, because she in her feelings because Marvin Gaye's family is there. And, it seems like Marvin Pooh is spending time with, his celebrity friends, the locals, right? She wanted it to be about them so that they could, I guess, reignite the romance. Girl, not right now. He tripping right now. But anyway, Marvin Pooh said, you getting on my nerves. You nagging. You a nagging bitch. All that bitching is getting on my nerves. I swear, if you don't shut the fuck up right now, I'll drive us off this cliff. Nona in the back seat says, Daddy, don't. The car comes to a screeching stop. No words. Just silent until he started reciting the Lord's Prayer. Child, that's a sign, child. That's a sign. Now, at this point, Jan realizes that their relationship is in serious need of marital counseling. She feels like this is the only way for them to salvage their relationship. The problem is that although Jan may have wanted to do this, and I know that you can't convince a man like Marvin Pooh to go get counseling, especially when they know every goddamn thing. So nothing happened. Nothing came of it except for more booger sugar and more weed. They're still in Maui, and Marvin Gaye lit a joint and passed it to Jan. Jan took a hit and reached for Marvin Pooh's hand. I love you, Marvin Pooh. Marvin Pooh responded, let's go to the market and leave the kids with the neighbors. That pathetic, I've ever died. Then let a motherfucker know that I'm hurting. I'm dying. Now, I might be like, I'm in my feelings because you don't know how to act right. Okay? But in regards to, I'm reaching out telling somebody I love them and that nigga told me he don't love me no more. Oh, bitch, I'd never say I love you again. Even if you said, Nay, I love you again. I'd be like, okay. At the market, Jan is feeling more insecure about her body because there are shapely women there in bikinis, right? And when you're insecure, you tend to talk to your mate that is making you feel insecure. And in a way, again, you're trying to guilt that man into appreciating your body. That's not going to happen. All you're going to do is get on his goddamn nerves. So I wouldn't say shit to him. I would just start saying, ugh. Your breath stink. Ugh. You need to perm that hair on your fucking chest. I would start giving him the insecurities that he's imposing on me. Now, we're still at the market. Marvin Gaye noticed a strikingly handsome man. This the bullshit I'm talking about. Jan, you find him attractive, don't you? Jan says, not tonight, Marvin Pooh. I'm not in the mood for your bullshit. Not tonight. Marvin Gaye walks over to the guy and starts a conversation. Marvin Gaye says, my wife finds you very attractive. Won't you come join us for dinner? The guy's name was Steven. Steven and Marvin Pooh both had that attractive charisma that could make a conversation easy. So they spoke freely to each other, like old friends. At the market, during the conversation between Marvin Gaye and Steven, whatever his last name is. I wonder what Steven it is. If y'all know, let a bitch know, okay? But anyway, between the conversation between Marvin Pooh and Steven, Marvin Pooh found out that he was a college football player, okay, an athlete. And in return, what Marvin Pooh did when Stephen asked him, what is the celebrity life like? They sat there and they spoke freely about his athleticism and Marvin Gaye's celebrity, okay? Make sure you meet us later, okay? Now, Jan again is noticing, okay, that football player keeps sneaking glances at me. What is it about you niggas that y'all cannot keep y'all eyes off this man's wife? What is that? Look down, nigga. Look down. Later, before the meeting with Steve with drinks, Jan asked, why did you do that? Why did you ask that man to come meet us for drinks? Marvin Pooh goes, because he's cool and it's okay for you to be attracted to other men. When Steve showed up to the dinner, it was pleasant. Marvin Gaye says, hey, won't you take Jan out dancing? She's been begging me to go dancing with her, but I won't do it. Now, earlier on, they both agreed that neither one, nor Jan or Marvin Pooh, are good dancers. So I don't believe that bullshit. I believe Marvin Pooh was lying, trying to set up some bullshit again. You know, okay. Jan was like, no, I'm good. Marvin Pooh said, hey, just go ahead. Do me a favor, bruh. Take her out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Mr. Mom tonight and I'm going to watch the kids, okay? Y'all go out dancing. Y'all have a good time. Don't worry about me. Just go have a good time. Take her dancing, Steve. Take her. Steve was ready. Jan had reservations. Child. Now, at the club, they playing Got to Give It Up. They standing there, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Because Jan want to make sure she ain't put none of her lovely lady lumps nowhere near him because she don't know what kind of games that Marvin Pooh on. Actually, she do know what kind of games that her husband is on. 1, 2, 1, 2, to Got to Give It Up. When it went off, they went back and they sat down, okay? Steve says to Jan, your husband is a great guy. Jan, looking at the door, looked up and said, well, you can tell him that yourself because he come. Steve turned around like, hey, brother, what's going on here? MG makes it to the table. Jan looks at him, where my kids? Marvin Pooh say, with the babysitter. Jan said that she believes that Marvin Pooh was upset because he didn't catch them two in the throes of passion down there on the floor dancing to Got to Give It Up, okay? So what ended up happening was Marvin Pooh said, okay, well, y'all had a good time. It's time for me to take Jan home. When they get home, Jan claps back and's like, you think you my daddy? Is that what the problem is? Okay? You tell me to go on a date with the nigga, and then when I get there, a chaperone shows up. I didn't know that you was invited, sir. I didn't know you was our chaperone. That was not what she said. She ain't got enough balls to say that. What she said was, you treated me like I was a child. Marvin Pooh says, Jan, I was trying to help you. Shit, you want to tell me that you wasn't trying to fall to your knees and, give that man some, pickle, love? Is that what you're trying to tell me? No, Marvin Pooh. That was what you was trying to do. You wanted to drop to your knees and get that man some pickle love. That's what it was. Okay? That's what I believe. Because that's insulting to me. You going to tell me you my whole husband and you going to tell me that I want to suck another pickle? Nigga, please. Jan returns to him. That's your dream. Not mine, Marvin Pooh. And every time she says that, because she says that frequently, okay? I'm in my mind thinking, is Jan saying that as in that's your dream, that you want to see me drop to my knees and, do with the pickle? Or is she saying that's your dream? Brother, stop playing. You know that's what you want to do. You want to drop to your knees and get that man pickle some. Jan says, I'm tired of your goddamn games, Marvin. Marvin Pooh says, you love the games. No, I don't. I hate games. I hate them. But anyway, some people function very well in games. With games, they love it. They need it to keep it, to keep it spicy. Not me. So anyway, they went back and forth with each other viciously because at first Jan was holding back. But when you running with an athlete, girl, you can't be all nice. No, I don't want to hurt that feeling. You got to get them niggas back what they give you. That's why I'd have been like, sit your booger sugar dick down. That's what I would have told his ass. Talk about my titties. Talk about them sagging. Talking about I got freckles on my face pronounced and shit like that. How dare you, bitch? So as a result, Bobby Browned her ass. He left her and the kids there in Maui while he went to Japan to fulfill his obligation to sing there over there to the Japanese. All the time, these husbands maneuvering under the influence of boogity sugarity and weed. Out of the haze, Jan knew what it was, real talk. But while she was in the haze, you know, things didn't seem so bad, you know. So I'm sure she stayed high to cope with that nigga, okay? Shit, he stayed high to cope with you, so, or life, or everything. So after the tour in Japan, Marvin Gaye brought back gifts for everyone, including Jan. He bought her a beautiful kimono. Marvin Gaye said, "I miss you, my dear. Can you forgive me?" Jan says, "Yes, I can." Marvin Pooh says, "Now, will you confess that you fucked Steve?" How did she fuck Steve when they was on the damn dance floor? How? I'm sure that from the time, like where? How? That wasn't enough time. They danced. They got off the damn floor. They sat down and your ass was coming through the door. Where they fucking at? Jan goes, "Don't start that bullshit." Marvin Pooh, "Don't start the bullshit." Marvin Gaye snaps back and says, "Let's just go to the beach." Walking along the beach, they see Frankie DeBeverly. Oh, yes. Frankie DeBeverly. Oh, with my wife. I don't want her to hear this shit. Oh, I love Frankie DeBeverly. Oh, I love the Frankie DeBeverly girl. But anyway, while they walking on the beach and when they bump into Frankie DeBeverly, once Marvin Pooh finds out that Frankie DeBeverly will be in Hawaii for another week. You know that goddamn sinister Marvin Pooh goes, "Well, you know, I got another concert obligation going on. Won't you keep a look after my wife for me?" We got action. Cause Frankie DeBeverly was like, "Show, nigga. Show. I can surely watch after your wife. With my pickle, I surely will." Frankie DeBeverly calls and says, "What you doing?" Jan says, "I'm bored." Frankie and Jan both know what up. They both knows what up, you know, because, you know, they had that attraction to each other before, okay? But this time, look like we gonna have some things going on, okay? So anyway, they both was like, "See you later." "See you later, Frankie DeBeverly." First, they went to the bar. Frankie was nervous. Jan wasn't. Frankie DeBeverly is like, "I've been dreaming about this, Jan." Jan says, "Me too." Jan says the lovemaking was intense. Do you know that's all this bitch said about them hunching? Was that it was intense? Bitch, you ain't break it down. Girl, I wanted to hear everything. Everything, girl. She just said that it was the first time in a long time that she heard a man whispering in her ear how much he desired her. Child, I would have put on me a good Alexis Carrington nightgown, child, and I would have took that motherfucker to his king. You heard me? She said it was good, but then it eventually turned to guilt. Why, girl? Why? All that he doing, girl, you got to learn how to put those emotions to the side, even though I'm the same way. She loved the fact that she could throw Frankie DeBeverly in his face whenever she wanted to. But the same bullshit, different day. Marvin Gaye, did you fuck him? Jan, no. Marvin Gaye, I don't believe you. I'ma call Frankie. Frankie said no. Answer, no. I did not hunch your wife. They still arguing ferociously. Jan still ain't giving in. I ain't about to get that nigga the satisfaction to know that I fucked his friend. Marvin Gaye goes, "You ruined a good relationship. Me and Frankie were good. I can't be his friend no more because of you." No, you can't be his friend no more because you threw his ass in a trick bag when you set up a whole concert for him to open up for you down there to the Atlantic City, and you did some kind of fugazi shit, got the driver killed, Jan in a hospital, and then they had to cancel the goddamn show because your ass was fugazi with that whole thing. You had to go all the way around the board just to say, no, I don't want to do it, nigga. Jan said that Marvin Gaye was so obsessed with destroying their relationship. However, a sense of relief came when he stopped obsessing over destroying them into obsessing over Teddy P. You got what I want. Hey, you got what I need. Hey, lovers, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves, have a good one.